This is the Weltkrieg. This is the Eastern Front duration game with the Caucasus duration, Macedonian duration, Italian duration and Gallipoli scenario all included. And this is the situation at the end of July 1915. Now, we're just going to cover what's happened in this particular month, and then we'll do another video about the war in the first 12 months. So we go to the Caucasus front. Nothing's happened here this term. Both sides are really short of supply. They've not got many units. Replacements are a premium. The terrain is absolutely terrible, and there's not really any leeway to conduct any great sort of fighting here. The only way you get this front sort of loosening up is if one side, just like they did historically, just completely annihilate their own army, which isn't likely to happen. We look at Gallipoli. The British launched a big offensive at Gallipoli, but it was pretty disastrous. Didn't make any terrain, and lost double the amount to the Turks. So that's pretty static, that front. The Serbian front, that is effectively all over. The Serbian army retreated into Albania to Dres here and was transported away by the Allies to Corfu. And these units here are what's left of the Serbian army, which will come in as reinforcements on the 3rd of July 1916. The Macedonian front doesn't kick off till 2nd of October 1915. I have placed the Greek units on the board, so you can see them. They're the ones with the pink blocks next to them. So really the Bulgarians have deployed most of their army on the Greek border now, and some on the Albanian border. The Austrians are pretty much static, moved into Montenegro on the Albanian border, and they've garrisoned some of the positions like Belgrade, Nis and Skopje. So it didn't really stop anyone when the Italian front came into action. The Italian front was hopefully to give the Serbians a bit of breathing room, but they'd already lost so much that they couldn't possibly survive. We go over to the Galician front, pretty static, apart from around here where the Austrians have been conducting quite a lot of offensive activity. Considering they've not got huge amounts of supply, they've done reasonably well. Germans have been constantly pushing along 3 axes into Poland, and they've been driving the Russians back very slowly, but no spectacular movements in territory at this particular moment. Very quiet in Prussia, no movement or activity there. If we go over to the Italian front, Italians launched another offensive this month. It's difficult for them as they have to launch broad front offensives, which can be quite costly. So the actual front line hasn't shifted at all, but they have made quite a bit of terrain into Austro-Hungary, more than they did historically. But I think that's the fact that I kept forgetting they could have used stiffened defences in some of these hex battles here along the Isonzo. So they probably in reality wouldn't have made that much progress, but I'm not backtracking on that. The rest of the front, the Alpine length of the front here, very little's happened. Terrible terrain, not really much opportunity to attack. Okay, and that is it for the situation at the end of July.